Morning. It rained quite heavily when I woke up this morning, so I'm hoping I can get off this pitch. It's all just mud, so can't be bothered to be stuck again. Oh, look at that. With ease, mates. With ease. Hey, Beth. Look at that ass, girl. So I'm heading north again into Aarhus, I don't know how you say it, Aarhus today, for a few hours. So on the map there's a thing called the Old Town, and it looks so cool, so I went there to gander, but we've got a base winter, and I asked one of the desks, like, can I see the dog is? Yeah, you can, but you can only go around the streets, you can't go into the buildings with them, but you can leave her outside, go in. And I was like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea because my dog will probably bite me. Or I ended up just barking the whole time, so it wasn't really worth it. It was €28 to enter. She said you can be in there for like up to 4 hours, just looking around. So probably if there was another person with me or I didn't have Beryl, I definitely would have gone in. The other reason why I didn't pay it, I might have done had I have longer. But I parked at the spot. It was already like 20-minute walk to there, but I only had 3 hours parking. So that was another reason. €28 to go around somewhere rushed that I can't even explore properly. It wasn't a great tip. So I pitched that. I just walked through the town. Then had some nice buildings and that's I found a thrift shop because to me I was in a thrift shop just let people pass it. Had a boots. It was very big, lots of clothes. It's like a whole floor of just DVDs. And people were actually buying DVDs. It just felt alien. Obviously nobody had no money. So yeah, so now I'm heading north. I just checked my ferry for Saturday and I thought for some reason to be lunchtime or like afternoon, and no, I booked it from 4 to 9 at night, so I've actually got 2 days pretty much to have a rest or an exploration or whatever. So I'm just going to go park at this like really pretty spot. I hope to find out when I get there. So as I was heading from where I parked the van to the old town and into town, you walk through this park that leads you to this old town. Look, so this is what I saw as I got there. These were the walls that are outside, really ornate, really old, and this is what you can see without entering. So this is over the wall, right? So there's this random horse going around. I walked past earlier and there's actually a guy dressed as an old-fashioned ticket warden around the car. It just looks freaking awesome in there. This is why I wanted to go in, but obviously I'm not paying €28 to rush around and leave Beryl outside every 10 minutes. But it's freaking awesome. If I had time to come back again on a different day in the winter, I would have come and left Beryl in the van. So this is just casually walking through town with my kettle that I picked up in this little thrift shop, which was just, there's a shark. Yes, there's a shark on the wall. Here's my kettle in the thrift shop. Of course I found a thrift shop. Like a 45-minute walk from the van, and absolutely started to piss down the minute I have to leave. Because I've only got 3 hours on the car, so I'm gonna be absolutely drenched by the time I get anywhere. Now I'm already. I've only just walked down the corner, like from there, literally from here. Right, I can see more blue sky now than when I popped up, and I'm still getting pissed on. Right, I'm too trusting a person. The clouds betrayed me, and I thought I would survive in a denim jacket, and I wish I had my raincoat because I can't see. I need wiper blades on my glasses. It's just ridiculous. Socky doggy. So this morning, when I left my park up after I couldn't get stuck in the mud, so I looked at last week, that's definitely something that will happen again, after happening so many times before in my life. I went to fill up my water and there was this guy just stood there eating tuna on bread with his bike, and I was like, fuck. It was in the middle of this very empty, very modern retail kind of park area next to these weird fuel stations. Anyway, I got out from my water, and he stood right next to her and had to tap her. And then he just sort of like started making conversation, and he was so sweet. He was this German guy. He had all his teeth, bar his like front four missing. And he was cycling, so he had his push bike and two like beats car things, like a little trolley thing, the two of them attached to the rear of his bike, like a pack full of stuff. And he was travelling from Germany to Denmark, so he spoke English, but it was quite broken. From what I can gather, he has a house in Germany and some land in Denmark, and I think he was transporting his stuff or trying to get to his land in Denmark. I don't know. He did speak English. He struggled a bit. He was trying to translate anything he wanted to say in his head first. And you know, fair play to him, because my language is a shite. So anyone who can speak a little bit of English to have a conversation, fair play. But yeah, so he was just there eating his tuna and bread, but his chain for his bike snapped, and his other one that he had on there, he said was too long, it was too big, so he couldn't use it. And he had to go to the shop, but where he had been before, he said that everybody was really unfriendly to him. And I thought, that's so sad. And I said to him, like, I would give you a ride, but you have so much stuff that I can't fit your bike into the line of so you know. But if I could have helped him, I would. He was so sweet. But I don't know what his plan was. He was just, you know, how he was going to get to the shop. He had to push his bike. I don't know how far he'd already pushed it, but he pushed it quite a while. And then finding a shop with another chain. But fair play to him. And that is the main reason why I couldn't do bike packing. The minute anything like that happens, you have to start pushing your bike. And there's no way on this earth I am going to be doing that. You know, if the van breaks down, I have a stressy fit, and then I'm like, fuck, I need to book a recovery. You can't do that on the bike. You know, you have to sort yourself out and then push it everywhere. I'm not doing that. Well, that and the fact that I'm scared to cycle on the road. I'm not a very strong cyclist.